the email goes to you. So important to know with you and your students as well. But thank you for the reminder, much appreciated. Yeah, so just remember to update your website each day, mostly from a teaching perspective. I think if you're adding something to it each day, then, it becomes something that's not so hard, not so complex, and it becomes old hat. Maybe that's just an expression in Canada, but these websites building should be not complicated. That said, maybe I should throw it out there.
Hey, Henry, while you're talking revision,
Yes.
you using quiet tube.
Yep.
You find a moment to review the steps in
Sure.
selecting a video to be placed into quiet tube so I can get rid of the background, the distractions, as you say.
Yeah, it's a very helpful little tool. This is our class website. So ideally here, I'll just say this one more time. What you could do, because everything kind of happens fast, is once you have one of these days set up as a template, you can hit the little snowman and just hit duplicate page, and then you just edit the next page, right? So I've done that plenty. This is my test page where I kind of set up the template, and you can just throw a text box in here, right, and just say reflection, right, and then write your reflection, and it could be as simple as that, right? I also think it's valuable if you use some of these layout templates, drag them in here, and if like for example, our assignment is due for today. So maybe on day 6, you throw in your, this assignment. This is our choice board. Throw that in here too, because it's due on this day, that sort of a thing. And so just each day you're adding to the new day's page, if that makes sense. I'll also remind you guys that if you want, like if you notice my website, if I throw it here for a second, you notice my days and all my links end up going on the left-hand side. There's two choices, either having it go on the left-hand side or across the top. I prefer the left-hand side, but there's nothing wrong with you guys going across the top. If you want to change that, I believe that's, I think that's in, now I'm going to forget. I think that's in here somewhere where I go, no, now I'm going to have to look it up again. I forget. It's always little things. So many things I end up just playing with to figure it out. But you got choices about banners and all that kind of stuff. It's slipping my mind. You do a million things, but there's a way. Maybe it's in the gears. Yeah, I think it's here. It's sidebar right here. It's in the gear here. You hit that gear and then you get navigation. And I chose sidebar, not the top, right? So whichever way works for you, but works for me. That's how you do that choice. So hopefully this website building stuff is getting easy. I love that you're building a personal portfolio about what you did in Dominica here, but the beauty of it is then you could do the same thing with your students. They could easily build, once you teach them how, their personal portfolio where they're putting their best work on here. And then we call it, student celebrations or parent-teacher interviews. And then students will sit in the interview and show their parents the work they do, right? So it's a wonderful way for them to make their learning visible. Anyway, and then you could link, create a website of yourself and then link their work in there to be easy access for you and all that kind of stuff, right? So, so I just want to remind you to do that, okay? That said, I just want to show you guys how to do this Google Meet today. It is kind of work time. Hopefully you guys are feeling like, hey, I know how to do this choice board stuff. This right here is a little video for you guys when I share this with, oh, you guys can't see it right now. Sorry about that. Got to flip over here. This is a Google Meet appointment slots is what it's called. For you guys, I will maybe share this with you right now. It would be helpful if you guys click on that and open it up. But again, this is the video that shows you how to make them. Okay, and it's not actually that hard. I will show you very quickly too right now. Just giving you guys some helpful hints, but I'll click on this as well. And it opens up a website that looks something like this. And then all you guys need to do, they are 10-minute slots. You guys would just click on one like this, and for you, it would put you into that meet. And I'm hoping this works. I hope that this means we can essentially have a little meet. It might mean that I have to use one of those other classrooms, or I might have to create another Google Meet for us to meet in, that sort of a thing where you guys can all jump in for that 10 minutes. I'm hoping that that's how it works. This is, by the way, the first time I've ever done this. Like I said to you guys, this is this is all about testing and playing. And so somebody's got to be your kind of, guinea pigs in a sense, and you're it. You're helping me learn too. And so anyway, so you click on one of those and you hit save, and then I'll know who I'm meeting with, and then I'll just expect you guys to jump into that extra meet, and I'll share that meet with you guys a little bit later on for that 10 minutes. So that's how that works. Maybe I'll show you guys real quick how I would do that, just so that you guys could also potentially have the skill. And don't forget, that video showing you how is also there. And so this is my Google Calendar. And by the way, this is just a link right here. Sorry, I call this the Rubik's Cube. I don't know, it looks like a Rubik's Cube. I don't know if it's really called that. It's just, you make up names for things. But the Rubik's Cube, and then one of the choices is going to be calendar, right? Right there is, it could be in different spots, but there it is for me. And then you open it up, and let's say I did the same thing. Sorry, cancel. I could do the same thing for, let's say, Tuesday. I could just click and drag. This is where I want my minutes to be. And then notice on the right-hand side here is a term here called appointment slots, okay? And you can click on that, and then you can say, well, slots duration, do you want them to be 30 minutes? How long you want them to be? I've made them, I think, 10 minutes. So that's how I ended up creating this, give it a name, that sort of thing. And then, who you're going to make it available for. I clicked Google with Class for IT at Dominica, this class that we're in right now. I hope that didn't ruin it, to be honest. I'm thinking it means that the meet is technically going to happen right in this room, and we'll see. I'll create a new one, and we can jump in and out of it. Anyway, again, this is you're my guinea pigs, so in a loving way, if that makes sense. So that's how you create it. It's actually not too hard to do. But of course, you certainly need people at the other end who are also willing to be patient and try new things to make it work. So anyway, so you need that website there. Where is it now? Yeah, you need this link. It creates a link, which I just shared with you guys, to something like this, and then they sign up. Okay, feel free to sign up right now if you want to. I know there's not a ton of spots. If you ended up not getting enough space there, then I'll be happy to set this up again another day, maybe even after class, and I'll meet with you guys if you like, and help you wherever you're at. I mean, the whole point is to help you guys move this stuff forward, move your learning forward, help your student learning move forward. So that was my attempt at having some one-on-one time. Okay, so it'll probably be messy, but we'll give it a try. Sharing this screen here. Want to move this conversation digitally. Yep,
excuse me, Henry.
Yeah, Clifton?
The appointment, there's a slot that says where. What do I enter in that slot?
I don't think you need to say the where. I'm going to end up sharing a link with you guys in the stream here, where everybody will just jump into that meet. for your 10 minutes, if that makes sense. At least that's my plan.
Okay.
I hope that
All
works.
right.
And I know
I
there's
hope
not
that
an,
works also.
and I know there's not enough slots for everyone. So if there's not enough slots, I'll make more time probably tomorrow after, like after 12:30, if that works for you guys. So you wanted me to quickly to explain the what was it? It's called QuietTube.
Yeah.
Ultimately, QuietTube, if you notice, I'm going to have to share my screen in a different way real quick because you guys can't see my buttons. So let me do that real quick. I need to share it as an entire screen. Okay, there we go. So essentially what you end up creating, sorry, I got buttons going on here. What you end up creating here is a link on your bookmarks bar here called QuietTube. Okay, and I think I don't think I have the link here on today. I hope this comes up quickly because sometimes my QuietTube link the other day did not work out. QuietTube.com. Hopefully it works out this time.
You have it in bookmark.
Here it is.
Okay.
Say again. Oh, maybe you're talking in your background.
I was saying that you have it on your bookmarks. You have QuietTube on your bookmark.
Yes. So this little rectangle here, if I click and I drag it, oh, sorry, here we go. This little bookmark here, if I click and I drag it and I get it to my bookmarks bar and I put it in there, and then once it's in there, all you have to do is go to a math video, YouTube example, right? As soon as you get to a video in YouTube, okay? As soon as you get to a video in YouTube, now all you would do is press that link in your bookmarks bar, right? And as soon as you press that link, it'll throw it into a, in a clean page. And then you have to copy this URL up here, right? That URL is what you would, right click, copy, or use.
Yeah, that's the step. That's the step I was missing.
Yeah, so you just hit copy and then that'll always work. Okay. And I say always loosely. I've been using it for about 8 years, but you never know when things change. But it's been around for a long time already. Okay.
So the first step is we are tripping it just for recap.
Oh, yeah. You
the
guys.
First step would be go to the YouTube video or the site I want the video from.
Yep.
And then I have the video open.
Yep.
Go to the sidebar and get the QuietTube bookmark.
Yep.
Then move the URL to the QTube, the QuietTube's QuietTube on the instruction bar. Am I reading right?
Yep. So what I just did is I copied this URL.
You copy it.
You copy it, and then you make your way to your choice board or wherever that is. Let's see. Yeah. I have one here somewhere. Oh, it's not that one. Where is my choice board? That's another. I'm going to show you guys that one today. Here, well, for example, this one. You guys will be populating this one today, and so maybe you're highlighting whatever text you want or a picture, and then you're hitting this little link button here, right? And that's what makes it a hyperdoc, and then paste it in there, and then that link now will take you directly to that QuietTube link, right?
Okay.
So that's the beauty of this, and definitely when you have kids get distracted easy, right? So so you want to try and remove those distractions as much as possible, right?
Definitely.
Anyway, I'll finish that later. We're going to jump to that in a bit. All right. So we wanted to have a little bit more of that conversation about digital citizenship. The next one, and again, I am following kind of loosely this book on digital citizenship. You know, just for your guys' personal interest sake, I have shared, this is a link to the PowerPoint. I actually didn't create this PowerPoint. Somebody else did. I just borrowed it, and, you know, adapted it for me. But, you know, if you guys wanted just the pure PowerPoint without my messing with it, and then use that with your students, that's why I share it there with you. You know, you just make your own copy and off you go, right? So you're welcome to have that if you want to. It's not even mine. It's just what I'm borrowed from someone else. But this is the fourth topic in that book, and you know, digital literacy is one of the pieces that you really want to try to focus on with your students. What it means essentially is, you know, when you start infusing technology in learning, and it'll start becoming commonplace. However, teaching how to use technology appropriately has not kept pace. So often, and even our students in Canada and in my context, students have technology. You know, probably about half of my students might have a smartphone. Maybe that's too many, maybe a quarter or something like that. They're around, but not every kid has one. There's plenty of the parents who don't even want their kids to have access because there's a lot of junk online too, right? And my kids, my oldest 17 has one, but my other two don't have phones, because I don't want them to have access to the garbage that's online. So that's definitely an issue. So access is important. But as it becomes more commonplace, we definitely start using it more, and we need to then teach it, right? So instruction on inappropriate and appropriate use has to be taught, as well as technology itself. We have to learn them how to use technology, teach them, but we also need to teach them about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And these are the conversations that I think are really important to have with students. I'm a big believer in storytelling. I tell stories all the time, you know, about this. I heard this thing happen, always leaving names out, of course. And then when students start sharing their own stories, I think that's where you really get a lot of buy-in with kids, and when it's directly in their experience context. So I do a lot of just telling stories and have them tell me stories. Anyway, teachers need to learn how to create lessons with technology that are engaging, and that's the big one that I'm trying to infuse with you guys. Is, you know, is this digital literacy piece happening and moving forward so that you feel comfortable with it? And I think in my own practice, if I understand it and I think it's valuable, I'll use it. And that's why I'm not pushing terribly hard in how fast our class is going, because I think what I'm teaching you is complex, and it's always contextual in your environment. It's unique to who you are, you know, what you're teaching, who your students are, you know, your culture. All of that is important, and it has to move forward in your context. So anyway, I definitely think that that's valuable learning, and it's important to take the time to learn it well. That way you'll actually use it and not walk away from this course going, that was interesting, but it went really fast and I'll never use it. You know, that's not what I want. So just the more you become digital astute and aware, then that is what, you know, advancing digital literacy really means. The other topic I want to kind of begin our discussion with is, you know, digital etiquette. I probably spend my time talking with kids most in this area, where what are the do's and don'ts online, what's appropriate, what's not. And I think it's really important to, you know, help kids to understand, you know, the why, right? If they understand the why, it reminds me of that verse, you know, when you know the truth will set you free. And I think kids need to know the truth. We need to all know the truth. And of course, appropriate at grade level. You know, the conversation you have in grade 1 is going to be different than the conversation you have in grade 7, or different than the conversation you have in grade 12. But they need to know the truth. If they don't understand the truth, it won't change behavior, right? At least that's my opinion around all of that. So I try to tell stories about the truth. You know, cyberbullying, what does it really do to kids? And I might find videos online that tell those kinds of stories, and then we have a lot of discussion around that. And you know, reminds me of the golden rule, you know, the biblical golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated, right? And and then this topic is like, you know, cyberbullying, for example. You know, all those pieces of how do you speak to somebody, even all caps. You know, when you write in all caps online, that's considered yelling, right? That also said, I find it is incredibly easy to have, when you write things, even in a well thought out email or certainly texting, people will misunderstand what you say. You know, there's no inflection in your voice. You can't hear perhaps the softness or the caring that is being communicated in the words when it's just text. You know, and then a person's individual emotional state will come into hearing those words. So, you know, if I'm having a terrible day and then somebody says, you know, get your act together, Henry, you know, and perhaps on their end, they're just trying to be silly and have a little bit of fun and poke fun at me. But on a normal day, that would be no big deal. But if I'm in a bad mood and then somebody say, getting your act together, I might hear it as somebody's kind of angry with me or frustrated, and you know, and I completely misinterpret what somebody's trying to say. But these conversations need to be had. I even know in the history of my teaching, I emailed a parent back and forth, and the parent totally misunderstood what I was trying to say, and even I misunderstood what they were trying to say. And so I literally had to pick up the phone, had a good conversation with them for about an hour, and it cleared the whole thing up. And learning from that lesson, I'm like, if I have to even have 2 emails with a family member about a topic, I pick up the phone and I call them, right? I never go past 2 emails for me anymore. No way do I ever want anything to escalate online where people, you know, especially parents, even kids, are misinterpreting what's being said. So all those conversations, I think, are really important. And it becomes then your job as educators to teach your kids what is good digital etiquette, you know, and I kind of started our class this way, right? Like, you know, I know there's a few of you who didn't make our first class, but we had that conversation about, you know, what do we want our classroom norms to be, right? And basically we're talking about digital etiquette, right? Like, you know, you guys said things like, you know, when it's your turn to talk, turn on your camera. Maybe that's just a little reminder. I like seeing faces. But I know, you know, Wi-Fi, you know, access and bandwidth are always issues. So I respect that you know your situation best. Yeah, yeah. I prefer phone call too. Phone calls take more time. But you know what? You know, that personal touch always means a lot to families. So yeah, I think from time to time it's really valuable to do that. So I'm going to try something I've never done before. Okay, I'm going to throw out my first question here, and I'm hoping and this is something you guys can do with your students too. When you go to the Google Classroom, here, I need to save this draft because I want to do this elsewhere. When you're in Google Classroom here, and you go to, you know, you're in your classroom button here, and then you ask a question, you have this question choice, okay? And that's what I'm going to play with today. So I'm going to paste my question in here, Okay, and notice there's a little choice box in the bottom right here that says students can reply to each other, right? You know, and because we are all adults here, students can edit answers, meaning you can go back, I think, and edit your own answer. At least that's what I believe happens. So my first question here, in September, you know, when school starts again, that's what I'm trying to say. I believe you guys start in September like us. Will you be able to create lessons with technology that are engaging? And then my potential question here is how. So I'm going to post this to you guys. So you're going to have to go to your Google Classroom. I'm making the due date actually today, right? So maybe I'll say 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. And then let's see and have this conversation actually right now online and see how this plays out. So that's my question to you guys. So it'll be right at the top here in the classwork stream. You just need to click on view question and you guys will see something like this. And then you can start commenting. Okay. And hopefully this will literally start populating on the page. I know it takes a little bit of time to write, so feel free. Perhaps mine's going to be the first one in there.
Henry, when you say how, are you referring to what platforms you're going to use, such as
Yeah,
for the grid and so on?
yeah. Like, what's the context? I guess it's going to be unique to everyone. So really, what are you planning on doing? You know, what makes sense to you? Yeah, for me, it's definitely going to be choice boards, like I threw up there. You know, I have created an online. Maybe I should show it to you guys again. But I created a plan, an online HyperDoc plan that followed my textbook that I used for the year in math and science, with all the videos directly related to the content and everything, assignments, blah, blah, blah. But my next step personally as a teacher is I want to create choice boards for my students where it guides them through the learning of particular. I'm going to start with the hard stuff, like fractions, for example, for me is hard for kids. So I'm going to try building choice boards where they chunk the information into smaller steps and guides them through that learning process so that the choice boards will help them learn it rather than me standing in front of them, right? So that's my plan. So what's your guys' plan? So jump in there, answer that question in your context. Don't go on forever. I'm hoping we can actually respond to each other. If anybody's having trouble getting to this spot, let me know. I'll show you how to get there. And then notice as soon as somebody has responded, then there's this little reply to this comment question. So then you can directly, add to the conversation. When I ever have kids talk about each other's work, I tell them it has to be positive. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. That sort of thing, right? Yeah. Thanks, Joan. Okay, hoping everybody jumps in here and finishes a comment here real quick. Don't feel like you have to write a novel or anything.
Henry, I sent in my answer, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure if I should have clicked on the hand in or just made the comment directly in the.
I think you just have to go into this comment section of the assignment, write it down, and then hit that little what is that, triangle, sideways arrow, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
I think
because
that's all you have to do.
I sent in mine. That's why I'm not seeing it either.
Yeah, I don't know. This again, this is the first time I'm doing this. So, Marcia, what did you do? Did you do exactly what I'm doing?
Sorry, repeat.
Some were asking, they think they've done it, but it didn't show up. So, Marcia, you just printed inside this little blurb here and then hit the little triangle here, right?
Yes, I actually have my response in 2 places.
Oh, interesting. This is the teacher side of it. I don't know what the student side looks like.
So when the question is asked, once you enter, then there is an option. Oh, sorry.
Ingrid and Chilton?
It says just edit it right below your comment. Right below your comment, ask you to, if you want to edit this question, you just click on that, and then it gives you a chance to reply to the person's, I guess.
Right. Yes. Yeah. For me, as soon as I just hover, if I hover over top of the person's, then you get this little reply button there. More coming now. You get this little reply button so that you can, and maybe try it, reply to somebody's, and then, give them something positive that you feel about, what they're saying. But that you can facilitate conversations like this after school with kids. They can do it from home, or you get the idea. There's all kinds of things you can do with this.
Yeah. So were we supposed to comment on yours, respond to yours, or post our own response?
I want you to post your own response to the question, and then also find someone else's and reply to them. Do both. And it doesn't have to be anything big.
Okay, because most of what is shown is what are the responses to yours. So that's why all of them, they're showing up there. These are the responses to your comment or your response.
Yeah. Does one of you want to show me what you see on your side? How about I stop sharing? And you guys can show me. Somebody share your screen and then show me our first 10-minute meeting is supposed to be happening, and we're not there yet, so we can't do it yet. Sorry, whoever we're missing our first meeting. Can I get a volunteer there? Clifton, are you able to share your screen and show me what you see as a student? I think that
Sure,
is
we'll do it.
certainly, I think that's certainly one weakness with Google Classroom is they should have a button so that you could see what students see, right? When I'm in the classroom with my students, I just go over to their computer and look, right? But you know, I can't do that here. Yeah, so there's yeah, I think you just go turn
going to
in.
share my.
Yeah, I think you have to hit turn in or something. That's for sure. And I think
Yeah,
if you-
it's turning. You have to enter. You have to
yeah,
submit your
and then
work.
you. That's right. Submit your
Submit
work,
your work,
and
you
then
have to.
yeah, that makes sense. So you're seeing kind of what I'm seeing,
Response.
right? Thank you, Chilton. Appreciate it.
And then,
Okay.
sure.
Let's go on to the
Yes,
next
please.
question. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and then you right away have the reply button there for each one.
I want to show it to you like this.
Yes.
That's awesome. Just comparing.
So every individual
Is that your whole?
response is there, and if you want to comment on somebody's response, you put it. And there's also a tab that says classmate answer to your response. So you click on that.
Okay. Yeah. You're answering.
You're going to go back to your response. You click on your answer.
Right. That's even better than I thought it was going to be, actually, to be honest.
Good. And then you're given the opportunity to edit your response or additional changes.
Right. No, that's great. Thank
So-
you. That's really good. Okay, let's go to the next question. We'll throw up one more question here, and then we'll move on because I want
So basically,
to.
that's it. That's the students' view.
Right. Thank you. I'll share my screen again. From a teaching perspective here, I'll ask only this question. You know, how would you best describe, and I'll have to go back to the main page here to do this all over again, create a new question right here. And the question is going to say, how would you, oh, I'm trying to share my screen, but it's not appearing. Or is it? Oh, here it is. Remember, you can pin whichever window. My window is really small all of a sudden. I don't know why. But you can pin in Google Meet so that it's large and stays large. How would you best teach digital etiquette to your students? Okay, that's going to be my question. And I'll just assign it here right away. Not worried about the details and the due date. So jump into this one now. And the beauty of this is the question can keep going, right? So it doesn't have to happen during class time like I'm doing right now. I'm more facilitating this while you guys can see it, just so that you know, you get an idea of how to do it. And if you wanted to do this with your students, you know, you could post a question, you know, like online bullying. Have you ever experienced online bullying? And then kids will tell you, right? And they would answer that question. And then when you know, get to school the next day, you could use this as an exit ticket, right? So each class, you could ask a question: how did learning go today? What do you need help with? You know, all that kind of stuff. And then you could just quickly scan through here and going, oh, I'm doing great, or whatever. So again, so personally, when I'm doing teaching digital etiquette, I tell stories. This is my big, I try to do this all the time as much as possible. That's probably my #1 way that I do it. Especially if I can get my students to start telling their stories about digital etiquette and things students have done. Always say leave names out, of course, because you want to give people privacy. Anyway, what is your guys' best way to do it? How do you think you will do it? You know, I might throw up that PowerPoint like I'm doing to you guys, and then it just leads into storytelling. Try to do a lot of storytelling with grade 7 students, and they love to tell stories. So is this working, everybody? Love this. Oh, good. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Good. And then, so maybe post one again here and then reply to one person. And it doesn't have to be long, but it should give you some ideas too around how other people are planning on doing this and for the coming year. And then give them some encouragement. So maybe about another 60 seconds here of time, and then we'll move on. Thanks, Jacqueline. It's awesome. Yeah, storytelling, my comment, Mary, to you here, I would also make them share their experiences. I find if they make it personal, it makes it real. Whenever emotional memory can be very powerful. So if you can somehow connect it with their own real emotions, then they usually remember it. Anyway, okay, that's 60 seconds. Hopefully as you get a chance to throw some comments in there and become familiar with this. But time is already flying by here, so I'm going to have to jump into the next part of this. I tried to put together for you guys just some more information about choice boards. Casey Bell has shared, a choice board here for a novel study. Just some more ideas and some examples. This is her website, just trying to make things easier for you guys. So there's another example. And of course, with her example, you could copy it. It's just a Google Doc like this, and you can make your own copy and edit it for your own purposes. I do that stuff all the time, anything to save me work. There's also a slides version of choice boards. I have shared an example of this, and I'll kind of dive into that more tomorrow because I'm doing Google Slides again tomorrow. So Joan, do you have a question? Jump in, please.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh, I am sharing the screen. Can you not see it?
It seems a bit different, like somebody else. It's not the normal sharing screen, so maybe you can just do it over.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'll do that. Okay, I definitely want you guys to see everything. Okay, so I just stopped sharing, and then I'll share again. Hopefully this will work. Is that better?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
So there's the first one being, it is a Google Doc choice board. The second one here, and maybe I'll just show it to you real quick and close it up. This is a Google Slides version of a choice board. And, I don't know if I'll be doing something this elaborate You know, certainly not at the beginning, but this is somebody else's version. You could always jump in here too and just make a copy, right? I do this all the time, and then you edit it and make it your own. So this person is having kids do all kinds of neat activities, you know, Powtoons, edu creations. But this link is here for you guys. You guys could grab it, make a copy of it too. I always share these documents on my website there for this class. And so here's another example of a good template. But I will spend, again, more time on this tomorrow. Nadine, I'm not even sure how to say that last name, Gilkinson, I think. Here's another HyperDoc template that you guys could work with. I think hers is right here somewhere. I forget. I have so many tabs open. Anyway, I lost hers, but hers here is also a really neat. This is somebody who's putting a lot of time into this sort of thing. And what she has probably done here, just so you know, it looks super like she's so amazing, right? And I'm sure she is, no doubt about it. But it looks more complex than it really is. You know, each one of these is actually just a HyperDoc, right? She's got HyperDocs here. Each one is linking a picture into another PowerPoint. She's probably just taken a picture of it, right? Like you in Google Slides, you can take a picture of something you create. So you guys can get here. This is not that far away from what you guys know. And so this person has spent a fair bit of time creating all kinds of them, right? Each one of these is a Google slide that is a HyperDoc. But you know, as soon as you start learning the basics of this stuff, it's not hard for you guys to do this either, right? It really isn't. I will demystify hopefully a lot of this stuff for you, but this is available for you too. I've shared it in here to keep it simple for you guys. And that's the link right here. Okay, just to give you a lot of ideas of what people are doing. And then maybe you even open it up and make a copy of your own and then you edit it. Go for it, right? There's somebody out there who created a teacher's choice board guide. Okay, I actually downloaded it for you guys. So when you click on this link, it will already work. And this is a guide on how to do this kind of stuff if you care. Or if you want to do it this way, I don't know. But that's going to be available for you. I spend a lot of time with Ditch That Textbook ideas, by the way. You know, this.
Excuse me,
Yep.
Henry. Excuse me. Where you said you placed this thing, the link to Nadine Gilkerson's HyperDocs, the example.
Where is it?
Yeah, where you place it in the chat?
No, I didn't put it.
You place it in the chat?
I did not put it in the chat, but keep in mind, you know, on my website here, this is day.
On your website.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is day 6. I have not populated day 6 yet, but I
No.
will. I will end up putting,
Okay.
you know, this PowerPoint in there, and all of my PowerPoints will stay there. My understanding is also that because this is a, you know, Dominica ministry account, I will keep this live. Like I don't think they're going to delete my account, and all
No,
of this
no.
will stay here. So if you have my website linked, then you will have access to
Yes.
this probably for years to come, if it's valuable to you, right? So you'll be able to
Sure.
find all this stuff. Okay. All right.
Sure.
And so this other guy, Ditch This Textbook, this guy, I'm actually on his mailing list, and every time he creates something, he emails. If you go to this website, this guy has crazy amazing ideas, and he's always building stuff. These are all HyperDocs and ideas on what to do with HyperDocs. There is a bazillion ideas out there on what you could do. And I haven't even scratched the surface. So just some ideas out there for you. But that's what's possible. Okay. I know there's some of you in my class who are like, Mr. Schellenberg, I want you to go faster, and you know, I'm just trying to move everyone along. If you're like, hey, I've already done your assignment, I want to give you this extension activity here, and I'm going to put this link actually into the chat right now. Now keep in mind, this is just extension. This is like extra work. This is for you to explore. If you're like finding you've already got it all, you're done and you're moving on, and you're like, I want something else to do and more to learn. This is basically a choice board for educators. Maybe I'll click on it really quickly. If you're just, struggling to stay with what we're doing right now, then no worries, man. Don't even click on this. This will be for much later. This is like, a PD for teachers. You could start working on these choice boards and see if you can do these kinds of things and have fun with learning. I'm a big believer in just playing, right? Don't be afraid to make mistakes and just jump in and just see if you can figure it out. And there's kind of a, you get used to doing that online, that's for sure. So that's just for those of you who want to move on. So that's there. At this point, I want to have those meetings. I know I'm a little bit past our meeting time, 10 minutes. The first person who signed up, you've missed your meeting already. So what I need to do is I'm going to share my meeting link here, which I want to actually be, let's choose room 8. I got to grab this link here, copy. So I will be in this room here, so we can have individual conversations. What this also might mean is that when you sign up for my meeting, I'm going to go to my calendar and I'll be able to see who signed up. Let me do that real quick because I want to know who signed up. And
Mr. Henry, can you do that again for me, please? I missed out that part.
which part?
Where we have to make our own calendar. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, like how you create Google Slots. So if I'm picking these time for my meeting slots in calendar, notice I have this choice here called appointment slots. And then you say how long you want them to be. And then it creates a link. Once you hit save, it creates a link to a page that looks something like this, and then people can sign up. Okay, so
excuse me, sorry.
Yep, go ahead, Claire.
Excuse me, may I have the link for the appointment slots, please? I
Sure.
lost it because I'm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. So this is the Google Meet for personal appointments above. Okay, so that one's that one. And this one here that I'm throwing in here right now, this one is the page to sign up for a meeting. If we need more of these, then we'll do them right away. Like I'll do them tomorrow or something like that. So right now, for the rest of you, this is kind of a work time. You can all stay in this room. I will probably actually have to leave it, just so you know. I'll have to leave it and then go into this meet, if that makes sense. I'll have to go into this other meeting so I don't have two groups talking in my ear. And perhaps you guys can also help each other in this room, figure out things if you need help with that. So I will, I guess, see you guys in a little while. Does that make sense? As I have individual meetings, if that makes sense. All right.
Sure.
All right. You guys work on your choice boards. If you're already done your choice boards, then jump in that.
So who is first?
That's a good question. Who is first?
What time did you sign up?
I think Ingrid was first, I think at 9:30. Okay. And then we'll try and make them short, and then hopefully everybody can jump in. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see your 10-minute slot there. Okay. All right. All right. I will see you guys a little bit later. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen to this recording. Maybe I should stop the recording before and then start it again when I come back. How does that sound?
That can happen.
Sounds good.
Ingrid?
Someone else can have my slot.
Sorry, Ingrid?
Someone else can have the first slot. I'm just thinking still.
Oh, okay. You just, no worries. Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
go in.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Okay, I'll let you guys go here and I'll be in the other room. I'll be back when all the meetings are over. Okay. Talk to you later.
Hey, Henry, stop the recording.
Okay, who signed up next? Whoever that is, feel free to jump in to this other Google.
And maybe this time remember to turn off the recording.
That's probably my issue.
Wait, there's 2 of us in there, right?
very quiet in here. I'm ready for the next person who wants to meet me. So if you want to jump into that other meet link there, that would be wonderful. I think Virginia was next. Oh, we missed Shanice and Ingrid. So I guess Shanice could definitely jump in there, or Virginia. Maybe nobody else has issues. That's true. Oh, Virginia's here with me, so Hi, Carla. Yeah, I think that'll work. That could totally work. If there's somebody else who wants to meet with me in the other room, I am definitely there, ready to help you if you want. And I'll share that link with you guys again right away. Feel free to jump in there. It is, I think, what is it, 10:30. It is break time. If you want to have a half an hour break, at 10:30, that means back at what is it, 8, 9, 10:30, back at 11 p.m. If that makes sense. Feel free to have a break if you want one. I'm going to meet somebody in that room now. Hello, Cinda.
I'm back.
Hey, Clifton.
All right, my bro. We're back.
Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Joan. Hey, how do you guys want to proceed? I guess is my question. I'll be happy to have individual meetings with people, or I could just stay in this main room and just help people in here. What would you guys prefer?
Individual meetings.
Ooh,
For
okay.
me, that's mine.
Okay, fair enough. I'm happy to
I'm
keep
not
doing that.
asking for
meeting.
Hey,
I need
Jaleesa. Say again, Jaleesa.
individual meeting.
Okay, absolutely. I can keep doing that. I think, what time is it for you guys? It's 11 o'clock.
Yes.
So how about
11.
we keep doing individual meetings here? Is this helpful? I
Yes,
hope.
it's very helpful.
But the time, 10 minutes goes too fast.
It does go fast, doesn't it? Yes, for sure. How about we do this for another half an hour, like work time, I mean, and individual meetings, and then maybe 45 minutes max. And then I have a few things we need to do at the end before I let you guys go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So, and I don't really care what order. I'll be in the other meeting, and you guys just jump in there as needed. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys there in a bit.
Which room? We need the site. Is room 8? Somebody share it, please.
I just shared the link again.
Good morning, guys. Henry.
Henry's in another room, I think.
Finally,
He's
Carla.
meeting with somebody. Oh, I'm to Daniel now with me.
Because since
Daniel,
morning I trying to get online and light they take light in our area.
yeah, yesterday they had take light by us. How much time did they? I couldn't do nothing.
Oh my goodness.
So it's today. I just hoping before I go down post mode for my phone. If they buy the phone for me, I hoping I do a little thing. I was trying to look for to put on the choice board, you know. I was
Girl,
getting some
Ella.
problem.
And look now,
As
my
far as I
laptop
can
not
see, the
even
choice board can stay
connecting.
so. The choice board can stay so.
Well, I cannot even access on my phone. I have to try doing everything. My phone battery is dead. I'm trying to get some charge because and
Oh,
my computer not connecting to the internet.
you see, Henry just sent a link there and he tell you can talk to him on the guy. If you need help in something, that is
You
what
said
he
what
did
we have
now.
to do
No, no,
again now?
no.
What we have to do
If you
again?
get games now, games I was trying to get you to put on it.
Okay.
Like different games now, like one where they can practice the terms, one where they can identify like based on the objective that I was trying to do there. I go on quizzes and I fight in
You
it.
try you use Scout now.
Oh yeah, on the
You
airport.
can use Scout.
But I go on that, you know, for true.
It helps.
Or even Padlet or Quizlet because that
Yes.
quiz is the hour.
So for class now, what we have to do? What is the update? Because I saw it said
Until
something about a hyperlink and
is that people working on what is
for
it?
day 4, that is what
45?
we're working on.
Yes, not that day 4 now, it's not day 6 now.
But yeah, where I be there now? So what we have to do for tomorrow? What we have to do for day
No
5?
post for tomorrow yet. Day 5 was last week Friday.
So what
It's on the
assignment you have
hyperlink.
to do?
He posted something in the Google Classroom. You have to answer how in September you're going to use technology and some other thing. Check the Google Classroom.
Okay, so that's just that. Okay, let me can join the link you have there.
Mm-hmm.
You can email me now. I have access to the internet, so you can email me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone please share the link to enter room 8, please? Can somebody please reshare?
Henry sent a link in the chat. I'm not too sure which is it.
Yeah, but I had to leave because we were here.
Oh, okay,
Hello.
okay. Well,
Mrs. Boyd, just go back to your classroom and then click on the link and you'll get in.
Go back to?
Just go back. If you click on your bookmark, you should see your classroom with Google, this IT. Just click on it and then click on the link and it will give you a prompt to join.
Hello. Hello.
Daniel, I messaged you. I don't think you see, but I was telling you, I don't think she's in the area at the time.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, love.
No problem.
Carla, Carla, you there?
Yeah, what happening?
On the choice board, you know where you at?
I was on the other document.
The Great for Living thing?
Yeah, I was trying to put the anchor thing there, but then
I just finished.
I had asked Mr. Henry, he said I can put it. You see I have unit? That's why I was trying to think about Mr. Henry said I can take the information from the living things thing and put it in after the choice board to do the anchor.
Okay, so what I did for it on the choice board, I saw that you are post your work in your folder and send me the link in the class or the email there. So what I'm going to put there is that I'm going to put a worksheet for feeding relationships.
I was trying to look for one. I was going to put live works.com or whatever
Yeah,
his name.
What I'm gonna do
For A. How is it? Or feeding relationship. Okay. Fill in this worksheet.
You said
So we just put more than one worksheet.
Well, yes. Hold on.
We have to get one on definition. You can click a word and click the link icon. No, select a word and click the link icon. Yeah. Oh, you see like all A and B and C there now.
Huh?
Oh, you see like all. I see you have all the bullets that's selected. We.
I select all the bullets.
Yeah, I need to take it out.
I put A.
Select rename it feeding relationships now.
Huh?
Maybe like select that. You seen it?
What to do it?
Name the link feeding relationship. I edit it. Feeding relationships. What if I write now? Feeding relationships. Type that.
Let me see if I can. Oh shoot! I think I can access Kahoot. Let me see if I can access Kahoot there.
I'll go on Nearpod. So at least they'll have
I don't know why my laptop not connecting, to that.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Is everything going okay?
Back.
You guys, everything going okay? You guys got your choice boards done? I've seen some amazing work. You guys are doing really, really good work. I want to share something with you guys. I'm going to give you a little assignment.
That's quite
so let me share my screen with you here first so that this makes good sense. Okay. We want to do two things here before the end of the day. Okay? Carla, you got
coming.
What's that, Carla? Maybe you're just talking to yourself. I don't know. No worries. I want to do two things before the end of the day. The first thing I want to do is I want to give you guys this assignment.
No, I was.
Okay, this is the choice board assignment right here. You're going to see this here right away. I'm going to assign this to you, but I'll also explain it. We want to also. So first thing, what you're going to see here is I'm going to hit assign, and this is going to appear to you. But I want to explain it before you guys get it. Okay, so you're going to get this choice board here, and maybe you'll look at it first. And maybe I want to quickly explain this as a teacher. So you guys are going to share your choice boards, okay, with me. I edited this, and I don't know why this didn't appear. Let me throw this in here real quick. This is going to be the teacher It's going to be the teacher not typing. I don't know why. I don't know. It's working really slowly. Maybe too many things are happening at once. I don't know. It's not happening, but I'm not going to worry about it. I want each of you, and I don't care which order you do this in. This is where sometimes my students get a little bit chaotic. I have created 24, different choices on this choice board. But I find you guys are doing amazing work. I want you guys to populate this together, but you just choose which one you want to be. If I was to look, I thought maybe we could just use the order that you guys are maybe in on, the people ordering list on the Google Meet. Like if I open up my Google Meet and I look at my participants, Shinda is first. And then Claire is second. Clifton is third. Do you guys know what I mean? Okay, maybe I'll pull it in here. Maybe you can see it a little better. If I look at my list here, notice Shinda is first, Claire is second, Clifton is third, Darnell is fourth, and so on. If we kind of take that order on this choice board and go, okay, this is going to be, Shinda is going to be first. You guys are going to do this, right? You're going to go in here. You're going to put your full name, right? I don't want to say your name incorrectly, Shinda, but you get the idea here, right?
Joan's hand is up.
What is off? Oh, Joan, go ahead. Jump in, Joan.
In our list, we are all first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's going to have to be a little bit messy, right? So if you see, because when I share this with you, and maybe I will share it with you, you're going to have to go in there and pick one, right? And as soon as you guys do, your cursor is going to appear. So maybe pick one where somebody else's cursor is not there, and then just right away change your name and claim it for yourself. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add your name, okay? And maybe I can make this a little bit larger to make it clear, okay? The second thing you're going to do is add a picture of yourself. You might want to use Awesome Screenshot for this, which basically means, you open up a picture, use Awesome Screenshot, and you can cut and copy and paste it in relatively quickly, or you can just find a picture of yourself on your Google Drive, perhaps, and then just insert it. And then, but it has to be relatively small, and we only want to see your face, right? Anyway, and then the name of your school and your website to your school. Now, if you don't have a website for your school, then that's fine. Don't worry about that. But just the name of your school then. And you can literally just write the name of your school and then hyperlink the whole name of your school or something like that. And then, of course, the name and link to the view only inside the ministry link to your choice board assignment. Now, meaning nobody should be able to edit your website, right? So if I was to quickly show you guys how to do this, even for mine, let's say, where did it go? This one, you have to hit share, right? And then you have to click on this change down here. You have to choose this middle one, Ministry, Education, Human Resources Development. Click on that one, and then make sure this one is on view, right? Because we don't want everybody else messing with your work, right? But click view, and then copy that link, this button here, copy that link, all right? And then when you do that, that's what I mean by link to view only inside the ministry. Find your choice board, find that proper link, and you're going to embed it into the name of your document, okay? Hopefully the name should be related to what you're learning about, math, LA, or whatever you want to call it, okay? And then the last thing is we want to link to your view version of your website, okay? And the beauty of this is everybody's going to be able to see not only your choice boards, but also your websites. I'm a big believer in sharing, and you're going to help each other get ideas, okay, about how to do things, and hopefully build conversations, and perhaps even for the next 10 years, 20, 30 years, you're going to know each other and share work with one another about the kind of work you're doing, okay? So I'll hit assign here, okay? And so what you're going to get access to is now this choice board. So if you go in here, notice that choice board is there. This choice board, that's where my word was going, up here. I didn't want it to be up there. I want it to be down here, right? Teacher Dominican choice boards. Okay. Get a little bit bigger. Hopefully, oh, looks like I deleted it. Unbelievable, right? Okay, so you guys need to open this up. Hopefully I'm not undoing your changes. There, oh, my choice, but there it is. So now go in there, choose one, yeah? When you click inside one of those choice board table cells, you go in there, change your name so everybody knows that one's yours. You know, find a picture of yourself, paste it in there. We'll have to keep them, you know, relatively small. So we only want to see your face so that we can recognize. And then name of your school. Excellent. You guys are building it right in front of us. Love it. Live. Fantastic. You guys are getting good.
Mr. Henry, isn't there 12 12 slots?
Oh, there's way more. You can go way down here. There's 24. Just keep scrolling down.
Okay.
Just go down until you find one that no one's in. Okay?
All right.
Henry, where did you post that slide? Link, sorry.
Go to the Google Classroom.
Oh,
Okay.
Google Classroom. Okay.
It's on. It
Sure.
will appear as day 6. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So, sir, mine is saying request edit access.
You must not be in your ministry account then, because everybody else is able to get in. That's the only thing that would block you. You have to be in the ministry.
All right, let me check.
Oh, that's awesome. Excellent. That's awesome. This is totally working. You guys got the skills, man. You guys are doing great. Again, if you guys are having any trouble, just feel free to jump in, ask questions. This is what we always want our students to do. So I want the same thing from you guys. You know, I say to my students, you know, if like in math, I say,
Henry.
Yep, go ahead.
Looks like too much people is. It looks like too much people is on the choice, but it's just incoming. Too much.
There should be no limit to how many people can get into this document. So you should be able to get in. Is it working for you, Darnell? Oh, I love the border. Jacqueline, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Cinda, that'd be a fine picture. You should just crop it so that it just comes to your face. And that would be a fine picture. Yeah, awesome, Jalisa, that's awesome. Just feel like it's distorted. Maybe we can, sorry, I'm editing as we go here. Hope you don't mind. There we go. Don't want it to be distorted. There we go. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, feel free to change my text, right? Like I'm saying, link to version only, just change the words and put the word that fits better, like the name of your assignment, and then hyperlink it. Don't feel like you need to keep my words. I'm just trying to use it as a visual reminder of the things we're adding. The only thing I didn't say down here is your website, right? Like, I think I added that one later. Yeah, that's good, Cinda, that's really good. Double click on it to start cropping it. No, don't change the size, just crop it, Cinda, if that makes sense. Don't want to distort a picture. Do you want me to show you how to do it? Do you want me to do it, Cinda? Here, double click.
Please, yes, sir.
Okay, so all I'm doing is double clicking, and then I'm just, changing the size of the picture essentially. Hit enter, and now I will make it larger again so it's not distorted, right?
No.
And then go like that perhaps. Right, maybe go out a little bit. There we go. That's not distorted.
I have not completed my first
I can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. I have not completed my choice board.
I just made it due for 8:30 tomorrow morning. So so no worries there. Simone, do you want to embed the link to that instead of putting the link there? You always want to avoid having links, full links show up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, but I was just moving on to something else.
Come back to it. Fair enough. Yeah, I do that all the time too.
Yes,
Just
yes.
put it in there so it's there. Yeah, I do that too. Plenty. Well done. Hey, good picture. Loving that, Shilton. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good picture. Love it. Notice I forgot to, I didn't have a visual reminder there. The fifth one there is linked to view version of personal website. So that one is not visually represented in my choice board. So please don't forget to put your website in there. The beauty of this is you guys will all be able to look at each other's websites. Of course, just the viewable link to your website, not the editable version of your website. You'll get really good at navigating those two dynamics. You only ever share with students, that which you.
Henry, can you help me out, please?
Sure.
Sorry to cut
No
you
problems.
off. I need to get a picture from my phone because I do not have no pictures on the government email.
Okay.
So how do I do that? I hook up my cord and everything.
I think you should email it to yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you email it to your ministry account, then you can upload it from there. Like,
okay, perfect.
Yeah, in your
Thank
email though, you'll have to download it once you get in your ministry email, download it to your Google Drive, And then once it's in there, then you can go here and upload it. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see some of you are getting really good at putting borders around pictures. I just feel like it kind of makes it feel more like a picture frame, you know, and brings a little bit of style to it. It's not a have to. It's just it's personal preference, really. If you don't want one, don't put one. I don't care.
Henry, you said even if we're not done as yet, we can put in the link to the choice board right now?
Yes. In the assignment, you could put the link in right now. And you mean for the HyperDoc assignment, right?
The HyperDoc, yes.
Yeah, you could put the link in right now and still make changes to it, right? You just might not hit submit, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you do accidentally hit submit, just hit unsubmit. As soon as you hit submit, you can't edit it anymore, if that makes sense. So yes, put the link in there, and then I'll be able to see it and view it, even if you want to. I won't mark this until tomorrow anyway. So, but yeah, you could throw it in there now if you wanted to, no problem.
Excuse me, sorry. We are supposed to write the name of our school and link it to the.
Yes.
And we link it to what? Sorry.
You know, this is always where exemplars help. How about I be number 9? Nobody's in number 9, so I would, you know, do something like this, or Mr. Schellenberg, but for the purpose of us, this is going to be just me.
I got this part. Sorry. Okay, but you can do the whole thing.
Yeah. So then I would do my school here. I teach at Trinity Christian School. You know, and then I would go get my hyperlink for Trinity Christian School, right? Trinity Christian School. There it is. There's my school. You guys want to see all the places that we go? This is my school. You know, head back in here, and maybe I'd hyperlink this in there. Hopefully, I'm not doing this too fast. Right, and then my assignment, and maybe I would say mine was going to be on adding fractions, choice board. Just give it a name, right? Whatever your name is, and then hyperlink that in there. And then this is your personal gotta spell things right. Personal portfolio website. And then I would just get the link to that website as well. Here's my website for you guys, right? Control copy. You're always just grabbing URLs. You'll get real fast at this as you go, right? I'll link that in there. And I don't actually have an assignment to link in here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But just hyperlink it. I'll get a picture of myself too. How do you like that?
Okay.
Let's see if I can get this picture of myself.
We don't have a school website, but we have a Facebook page. That would suffice.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that would totally suffice. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can find a picture. I wonder if I'm even online. I might be. See if I can get an image of myself. Oh, there I am. Boom. There's a picture of me. Copy. A little bit surprised. Get a picture of me, replace that. I should be in here too. Okay. There's my picture frame. Right. And what should I give it as an example of an assignment? I don't know, but you get the idea. So something like that we're building. The beauty of this is every one of you will be able to see who each other are. You'll be able to look at each other's assignments and get ideas. You know, ultimately, the other thing you'll be able to do is you'll also be able to you could even copy each other's work, right? Keep that in mind. It's only the viewable site, but you will be able to make a copy if you wanted to. That's the beauty of this. So I'm literally linking this very thing you're looking at into here. And so that's all I want you to do. And then you guys could actually see each other's work and get ideas and watch and learn from each other. I mean, that's all Google really is it allows immense collaboration and learning and ideas and that's the whole point of all of this, really. Makes life easier. At least it should. If you're doing it right, it should make life easier. That's certainly what I'm trying to do with my stuff is make it make my life easier. This is one thing about I'm not a big fan of in choice boards on Google Docs is how, you know, notice how the page breaks this page up. It's a reality. Sometimes I hit enter to make that go away, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And so, yeah, even though these assignments are not finished, you just link them in here anyway. That's right. Absolutely.
Henry.
Yeah, Darnell.
Awesome, screenshot my photo for me, please. Because the laptop I have don't have it.
Yeah, the one you have there is fine. How about we just crop it a little bit like this, if you don't mind, like that, and then we'll just make your face a little bit bigger here. Boop. You know, like that. We could actually crop it a little bit more now that I can see it a little bit better. There we go. And then we'll maybe put it up here and get rid of the words picture of teacher. Like so. Is that working?
Okay. Thanks.
No problem. There we go. Seems a little bit distorted. There, I think that's probably more like you. There we go. Yeah. Awesome. That works out. So it should end up looking something like mine, where all of your links are embedded and it's just clean, right? All right. Yeah, that's looking good, guys. It's looking really good.
Excuse me, Docs will update the changes that we make, right? In our choice boards as we.
Yes, you mean it automatically saves your changes? Yes.
No, what I'm saying, if I were to post mine now, it would be incomplete. So if I were to continue to make changes, they would access those changes.
Correct.
Okay.
That is the beauty of doing things this way. This will just let them view whatever the updated version of your page is. But remember, you have to get the view only choice. Do you guys want me to review that a little bit? If you want me to review that, I'll be happy to do that.
Henry, I need, so which website we link into that?
Okay, so if you see mine, you're gonna put your name in there for sure. You know, make it look good, whatever you want to do. There's mine. But we want your picture, which you already have. And then you want the actual school you teach at. This is the name of my school, Trinity Christian School. And then embed the link to your school website, if you have one. And maybe that might mean Facebook or what have you.
We don't have one.
Okay, then just put the name of your school, which looks like you already did. And then the next one is your assignment, right? I just linked in the choice board, but you are creating a choice board or a, you know,
Ricardo,
a learning plan, you know, whatever the name of your assignment is, put that in for this second one. So
wait, the choice board we have to put there or portfolio?
We're doing both, right? The first one, notice mine there. I'm doing, first is my school, and then this is going to be your HyperDoc. HyperDoc. Okay. So the second one is that HyperDoc assignment that we're working on today. Just name it and then embed the link to it so we can view it. Okay. And then the last one, this one is your website portfolio. Okay. Is that make it more clear? That's probably
I'm
a little.
lost. I am lost, but
Well, remember, these are the latest two. You're working on your website every day, right? Maybe I can make this bigger. So maybe it's more clear if it's bigger. So what each of you are doing is you are, for this assignment, I guess I did that too fast. Okay. We're creating a choice board, sharing each other's work, right? So your name goes on the top. You did that already. You're putting a picture of yourself in there, right? And the second one is your school. You don't have a website, so you aren't able to embed the link to that. The fourth thing, I think, is the HyperDoc that we're working on today. I want you to name it and then embed the link to the viewable version of that. Do you want me to review how to do that?
which HyperDoc are we working on today?
You should be working on like your choice board, or I think you're working with, who are you working with?
Carla.
Carla? Yeah, so that document, that learning plan or choice board for your students, whatever you're working on, that is what you're linking in here. Okay?
Okay.
So you need to go open that document, hit the share button, right? And then you're going down to the bottom here and you're choosing, Ministry of Education, Human Resources. And then it has to be the viewer link here. Okay. And then you're going to copy that link, right? And then come back into this document and then embed that link into, the name of your HyperDoc. And then I also want your website portfolio. And of course, it should be the viewable, not no one should edit your portfolio. We want to get, this link right here, this link button that appears.
Okay, so just to confirm one last thing. It's our personal choice, but or the one for the students?
The ones for the students.
Okay.
Like what you're building for your personal students is the one we want to see there. Right? And then we want this link for your website too. Right? So this is your website portfolio, your personal one. Okay?
Oh.
And then moving forward, you guys will be able to see each other's websites. Okay?
Henry, could you cross-check for me, please, my my link to my HyperDocs? I'm not sure if what I sent is the edited or the.
Yes, well, I'll check it.
Thank you.
Which number are you in? There you are. Okay, so school website is working just fine, I think. Yep, perfect. And then your HyperDoc. Yeah. And this should be the view only access, right? Yes, perfect. Yep, this is awesome. Yep. And then the last one.
Let me check mine too and see if it works.
Sure. Yes, awesome. Perfect.
Great, thank you.
Jacqueline, that's awesome. Okay. Who was talking to me?
Jacelyn.
Oh, sorry, Jacelyn. Thank you for correcting me. I can just start checking them all, frankly, if you want.
Carla.
Okay, I'm looking for you, Carla. What number are you? There you are. Oh,
I
name
am
of
what
school.
am I, 17?
I think you're 18, Carla.
18.
Here, let's just eliminate the word teacher's name, right? And then picture of teacher. You can do,
Oh yeah.
instead of it saying
I'm
name
gonna
of
come back.
school, you should probably just, you could have literally Woodford Hill or Hill Primary School be the floating text, right? And then embed the link into the,
I actually it's on.
and then your grade 4 choice board.
I was gonna do that.
Yeah, your choice board is working too. Yeah, that's awesome. Looking good. Yeah, you're on your way.
Henry, can you check mine, please?
Okay, Simone. What number are you, Simone?
Okay.
Just now. Let me go back to my own. Number 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Your choice board is, yeah, it's working fine. And then I should see at my end request access, right? Because I shouldn't have, yeah, and it looks like everything's right. Perfect. That's beautiful.
Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to make your picture a little bit smaller because I don't want it to distort all the other cells, if that makes sense. And so I guess it's, oh, someone's changing the background. You can change the background, but we would have to then also change the cells themselves. Not necessary for this assignment, but.
I think I did change the background of mine. Yeah, it's green.
Henry, check to see my own, please.
Okay, Darnell.
My personal website.
Darnell, can you embed the link instead of having the full link? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yes, that's working great, Darnell. And now you just need
How I embedding it again?
So you would right click on this and say copy link URL, and then you delete the whole word, like just delete all that. What's the name of your personal website? You can call it Darnell's website for all I care.
Darnell's Experience.
Yeah, so maybe your personal portfolio or digital portfolio, name it something. You can even go personal website. Why don't you just use those words right there? Just highlight those words, Darnell.
Mm-hmm.
Just highlight them. I can't tell if you've highlighted them already. I don't know. And then, hit that little link button right there. And then insert that link and paste that URL into that. So if I click on this, and then I would paste it in there, right? But I haven't selected the text, right?
But it's still not giving it to me.
I don't think you're actually highlighting the words. Like you actually want to see how I'm highlighting these words? And then I click on this link, and then I would Control V, paste it in there, and then now it's done, right? So now I just did it for you, right? Did you see how I did it? That's the key.
And I've seen the update.
That's another probably thing. You don't want to hit undo when everybody's working in one document together, because you end up undoing other people's work, right? So when you're working, when you're working collaboratively, you don't want to use the undo button.
Oh my God.
So yeah, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things you want. Your name, your picture, your school, the HyperDoc that you've been working on, and then your website portfolio.
Oh my goodness. How come it goes on a page?
Oh, Don't worry about that, Darnell. That happens to everybody. Don't even worry about that. Just build it in there. This is one of the negative parts of doing it in a Google Doc, is that you have page breaks, right? So don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just keep going. You're doing good. Okay. All right. We have one more thing to do. Okay. And I'll let you guys finish this because we only have 5 minutes left. The last thing we want to do is we want to try and do this Flipgrid video, and it should work this time. Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it in the text stream here. This is our Flipgrid video. And
Henry, before you go, could you check what I did so far on the choice board? Tell me if it's okay. You're seeing mine?
What number are you?
23.
Yep, I'm seeing you. This must be your school. Yep, that's working. And this one is your doc. It says request access. So you're gonna have to hit share, right? And then click here, and then make sure it's the middle one, Ministry of Education. Click that, and then you make sure that this is viewer, and then copy. That's the link you want. Okay.
Viewer, say that again.
So you want this middle one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the right hand side you have that choice here, viewer. You want to make sure it's on viewer.
All right.
Okay. Because we don't want anybody to be able to change your document, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna have to arrest this here a little bit, Darnell. So we are basically going. I've shared with you a Flipgrid. That should take you, when you click on that link, it should take you here. And I want, because essentially you can do this with your students all the time. Flipgrid is a really good program. And I just want you to answer this question in a video. What did you like about your learning today? And what will this mean for your students? So think about that, what you think, think about how this is going to impact your students in their learning. And then all you do is hit this record a response.
Can you share the code, please?
Sure. That's the code. I wonder if I can copy that. Weird. I'm hoping this is working. Please tell me it's working.
I got in.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the update.
I'm in.
Excellent. And this is the last thing. So
Henry, drop the link again.
I'll drop it in there again if you like. I think I need to go back to here.
Okay, awesome, got it.
It's in there again. And this is the link. This is the code, I think, that you need to get into it. Perhaps. I tried to set it up so you didn't need a password or anything, but who knows? Maybe I did it wrong.
Henry, can I share my screen to show you what?
I didn't need the code to get in, Henry.
Can you see it on my screen there?
You don't need the code as long as
you don't need the code. I didn't need the code.
Yeah, I put the link to it on the text stream. So if you open that up, it should work.
Can I share my stuff now?
Simone, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to click the Simone Roberts. It has to be your ministry account. Perfect. You're in.
Oh, when I tried it the first time, it was telling me something like I can't get in or something like that. So
No
that's why
worries.
I on my screen.
You know, it's funny with my own students too. They as soon as I walk close to their computer, it starts working. You know, I don't know what, I don't know why. You know, we have a tech person that works in my school, and something won't work for me, and then I'll call him, and he'll come, and as soon as he gets near my computer, it starts working. I don't understand why that happens. So it happens to us all. You know. So you don't have to answer this right now necessarily. I also want to remind you that I am happy to stay on here for a while for those people who have questions or want to talk to me personally, no problem. I will stay in here, but I do want to respect your guys' time. It's 10:30. So if you guys could just answer this today sometime, that would be wonderful. That link is also available. I will share my PowerPoint with you guys here
Yes.
on the website. Okay. I will share this PowerPoint with you here. As soon as class is over, I'll build that website out for day 6, and I'll share this website with you. And that link is on this page, right? You guys can probably see it right there if you lose it or at all, but it is right there. And but we want to close in prayer here. We had somebody sign up to do today's. Who signed up? I think it was Carla. Okay, Carla signed up. Would you like to close for us there today, Carla?
Okay, wait, is my mic on?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. Okay, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints. So we have been enlightened today about certain things. This one is talking about your heart, your belief, that you understand fully and deeply about God and his calling for your life, and that of Jesus Christ, his son, and what you are supposed to inherit if you keep on the good path. And so we all know about eternal life, and we know about heaven and the glory that awaits us. So let us keep on pressing on towards the mark and the high calling that God has set for us. So I want to just leave in a word of prayer. The Father, I want to thank you for the lives of everyone in here and those who did not make it. We want to thank you for what we have been doing so far, how we have been collaborating with each other. And I know that you are pleased because we have been using what we learned and we have been helping each other. And we want to continue standing in the gap for each other as we continue on this journey over the summer and even through our different schools for the following year. We pray that we keep in touch with each other and that what we start here will continue, the camaraderie and the unity that we have. It will continue so that we will be empowered and that we can keep on being enlightened through your truth. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Hey, you guys are reminding me. I wanted to share this with you. This is just a brief second. And maybe I'll put it in the chat stream here. The first page. Have you guys heard the song "The Blessing"? Lots of people around the world are doing versions of this song. I am hooked on it right now, and it's such. You guys, what's that verse in the Bible that goes? I think it's Old Testament where he says, God keep you and bless you and make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you and give you his precious peace. I'm probably doing a bad job of quoting the verse, but
the grace.
Yeah, this song.
The grace of God. May the grace of God.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. This is a link to the song. It's called "The Blessing." And I put it in the chat stream there. And I don't know, if you have not heard this song, then I suggest maybe you may want to listen to it. I'm crazy about this song right now. So there's my last parting word. Also, I thought what I would also do is I would put the link to this Flipgrid. I'll make it an assignment in Google Classroom for today. And that way you'll have the link. And then when you're done creating the video, you can just hit submit and then it's done. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoy the song, and you're welcome to take off and finish. Please have this, your choice board or your learning plan or whatever it is HyperDoc you've been creating, just have it done for 8:30 tomorrow morning, and then I'll be marking those things tomorrow as well. So I'll let you go. Pleasure working with you guys. Have a great day. Okay.
Just before I leave,
Thank you.
what exactly what exactly do we have to put in our personal website for the past days, for the next couple, for the days that pass?
You mean on the personal portfolio website?
Yeah.
Just for each day, have like a paragraph reflection about your learning that day.
Okay.
Okay. And then whatever assignment
is.
Sorry?
We're on day what?
This is day 6. Okay.
Okay.
This is now a blessing and nothing can hold me down.
Henry?
Yes, Chantel.
Yeah. I need some assistance, please.
Sure.
I forgot how to get a link for my learning plan without sending the completed document. I want to continue working on it. So I want to send a link